Hello, everyone. Good day. This is Carla Y. Nix with today's inspiration. And as always, I really thank you, truly thank you for listening to my video. And as always, I pray and I trust God that He will allow someone to be blessed and inspired today by the words and the thoughts that He gives me to give to you. And trust me, sometimes, many times, most of the time, what I speak on, what I talk about, is for me. But I know that someone else needs to hear the same words, and that's my purpose for being here. That's my purpose for doing this, is to be a blessing to you. I just want to say that God is so good and He is so faithful. And you know, we are, in the big scheme of things, we really are um, minuscule. We're really small. We really are like a little pebble on the beach in the big scheme of things. However, we are invaluable to God. He loves us. He created us and He put Himself in us by breathing giving us His breath, His spirit. We have the Spirit of God dwelling in us. We have breath and we have life because God took the time, and He did take more time when He formed man. Everything else in the creation, think about it. He spoke on it. Let there be. Let there be. Let there be light. Let there be darkness. Let there be day. He spoke on the animals, everything else. But when it came to man, He figuratively stooped down and formed man from the clay. And He breathed His life. He breathed breath. He gave man breath. And then when He created woman, He pulled woman out of man. That's really what He did. From the rib. That was the foundation. And He shaped and formed her around that rib. He didn't do that with anything else of His creation. So that means that we are mighty special, that He values us, that He loves us. He does. So for Him to be faithful to us says a lot. And how is He faithful, you may ask? Everything that He promised is in His Word. And everything that He promised has come to pass, is happening now, or it will happen. He's faithful. He says He's going to do this. He said He will do that. And He has, and He does. He blesses us. He gives us power. It comes from Him. The power that we need comes from Him. Now today, I'm just overjoyed. I am rejoicing. I am grateful. I am thankful. I'm just right now. I'm still floating. I'm so happy with a blessing that He bestowed upon me. He allowed me to do some things today that I love doing, but I prayed. I prayed along the way, and it was a big endeavor. And there was a time when I felt I can't do this. Me? Who am I? But when God gives you the gift and the talent and the capability and the know-how to do something, trust me, He's going to allow you to do it if you allow yourself to let Him. If you open up and trust Him. There was a case with what I'm speaking about where there were some others who was supposed to be working it or being a part of it, and they were afraid, they were timid. And I didn't push, I didn't insist that they do it, but what I did, I encouraged them and let them know that I understand. I know it's not easy standing up in front of people, especially your own peers. You all can act crazy together, but when you get in front of people to be serious and to do something, it's difficult. If they're silly, or you just nervous, you just think you can't do it. I know what that is. I'm not perfect, but I have come a long way. I was shy all of my life, painfully shy. I will always be in the background. And I still prefer being in the background, but now I don't mind being in the background doing things. I was in the background before hiding. I was so timid. I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't look at anybody in the eye. I couldn't look at anybody in their faces. But I'm reminded of Jeremiah 1, and I'm not sure of the verse. But God told Jeremiah, "Don't be afraid of their faces." Jeremiah was called to be a prophet, and he was young. He was a young man, and he's like, but I'm just a child. I'm just a youth. I can't do this, more or less, is what he told God when he got the call. And God said, don't be afraid of their faces. Open your mouth and speak. I will be with you. And that promise is still for us today. It's for you today. It's for me today. We don't have to be afraid to do the things that God has called us to do. Because if he called you to do it, he will equip you to do it. You have to just step out on faith and trust and do it. And it may not be perfect. You may mess up. You may feel awkward, but keep on doing it. Another opportunity is going to come. And that's how you grow, by continually doing it, doing what it is that you need to do. But you have to trust God, trust him. Butterflies is great, because that means that yes, you are nervous, but it also means it's a challenge for you. It means now you know you need to rely on God and don't rely on yourself. That's when the mistake comes, because when you rely on yourself, one or two things will happen. If you rely on yourself, you're going to say, I can't do it, and you're going to mess up very badly, or either you're not going to do it. That's number one. Or number two, you're going to be pompous and think that you are all of that, and it's because of you. And God's full purpose is not being realized because you're relying on yourself. So don't let either of those two things happen. The butterflies are okay. Just take a deep breath and say, Lord, I'm going to trust you. And you just let yourself be and let yourself do what he called you to do. He's able, he's capable, he's going to make you capable of doing what he wants you to do. But you have to want it. You have to allow him to. And surround yourself with supportive people who will encourage you and who will help you along the way. And you're going to have to learn how to rise above the naysayers and rise above the negativity, rise above the haters, rise above all the opposition, and keep your eyes focused on God. Trust him. You're not standing up there alone. You're not doing what you need to do alone. He's with you. His Holy Spirit is there leading and guiding you. Remember, you're valuable. If you ever forget something, just remember, God, you shaped and formed me. See, Adam is representative of the whole world, really. So what he did for Adam, he did for you. He shaped and formed Adam. He shaped and formed you. He loves you. He has you in his hand. And if you just let him, he will lead you and guide you to do whatever it is you need to do. And don't forget to give God the glory and the praise. Don't ever think it's you. Don't ever depend on yourself, but lean on him and allow him to carry you and to have you to do what you need to do. God bless you. This is Carla Wynix with today's inspiration. Have a wonderful day.